Tuesday. What date is it? March 13th. Yes, March 13th. And I would normally put out a recorded video every Tuesday. So if you follow my channel, you have been seeing me produce a video every week. But today is a special day because I'm in the middle of launch week. So let me tell you what's happening. I have, where does it say here? Be the Media Mastermind. That is my video training academy for entrepreneurs, where if you want to do a deeper dive and get into a group mastermind and get one-to-one support, training, mentorship, access to premium trainings, all of that from me, that's all inside. And so I'm reopening the doors. So I did a beta launch in September 2017. And then I shut the doors in December and concentrated on the members that were inside. And so yesterday, I opened the doors up again to the Be the Media Mastermind, and the link is in the description if you want to go check out all that's included. So today's training is going to be all about scripting and keyword research, okay? And this is sort of like a teaser on how I work with my clients. And if somebody were to ask me, like if a client were to ask me what kind of script should I write and how should I keyword strategize it and everything, this is the advice that I would be giving them. And this is the process that I would be taking them through. So that is essentially what today's training is going to be, like a sneak peek into how I work with clients. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping here and make sure that everything is working the way that it should be. All right, so I do see some people coming in, and there are a few people asking me in chat if I'm there. Yes, I'm there. There is I think it's a 60-second delay from when I start talking to when you actually see me. And I was about, I think, 2 minutes late getting set up. So apologies for that. If you guys are watching on the replay, welcome. Put down in the comments below where you're watching from and what your biggest challenges with scripting and keyword strategy, and which do you do first? Like, I would really like to know. And if you're watching live, hi guys, thank you so much for joining in. Put down in the chat below, what do you do first? Do you script your videos first? Do you come up with an idea and write that whole idea down? Or do you first keyword strategize and think, okay, what's in demand? What topics are people asking for? What's trending? And then write a script around that. So which comes first is the chicken and egg question, right? And there's no right or wrong answers here. Different people do it differently. I have my own methodology for how I do it. And I want to share that with you. I want to share my scripting philosophies and strategies with you. And I also want to let you know that inside my Facebook group, I'm going to be doing live trainings all of this week. Okay, so that's 9 a.m. EST. I'm going to be going live inside my Facebook group. So if you're not part of it yet, join in. It's called Personal Branding with Video. I'm actually just going to put the name down in the chat here, Personal Branding with Video. Just do a search for that in Facebook and you should be able to join in. You know, I'm just going to ask you 2 questions. Answer those 2 questions properly and you should be in. So coming back to the YouTube training. So I'm on YouTube today after a really, really long time. Hi, Nadia. Thank you so much for coming. Coolest World is here. June Young Kim is here. Tech Fusion is asking if anyone is there. Yes, I am here. Make Bonsai is here for me to do a video. So let's get into today's topic, shall we? Who's excited? Who's ready? Are you guys ready? Tell me in the comments below, what do you do first? Do you script your videos? Do you keyword research? Or have you not started making videos yet and you have no clue what to do first? So even if that's your problem, then this is the video that you're gonna get some help on. So Make Bonsai is saying, I do the keyword research before making the video. Nadia Tariq is saying keyword search. Okay. That is interesting perspective because, okay, so let's get into the pros and cons of when to do what, right? So I find that when you have a very clear idea of what you want to do, and you know that you want to hop on a trending topic, for example, you know you want to make a video on a certain topic, then keyword research is probably the first step that you would do because you want to find out, am I right? Is this a trending topic? How much demand is there for it? How much supply is there for it? What kind of videos are people already making on that topic? Who's making those videos? And then you want to click through and see what response are those videos getting. So for example, if it's a topic that I want to make a video on, and somebody's already made a video on that and just gotten 50 views, and they have like 2,000 subscribers and 50 views, or maybe 5,000 subscribers and just 50 views, that would be a disconnect for me. I would feel that it would be not a very good representation of demand for that topic. But then I would also look at what's their content all about. I mean, is there something that they didn't do? Was it a really bad video? And can I do it? Off with keyword research first is if you have no clue about what kind of topics you want to actually tackle. Okay, if you have no idea and you're sort of fishing for ideas, you're sort of fishing for content, you're sort of fishing for things to do. And I see here that my live stream paused for a second. I hope you guys can still see it properly. I'm still here. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for about an hour, and my chai is here too to fuel me. So yeah, I mean, just hang on one second. I need to see how hot this is. That's pretty hot. Gonna give it like 2 minutes. Okay. So, all right. So this is like my morning tea today. It's like I said, it's an unusual time for me to be on live, but let's do this. So the other way that you can do your keyword research first, and I want to talk about some of the tools that I really like to use when I have no clue whatsoever what I want to talk about. And that rarely happens now because I'm like in full year 2 of my YouTube channel, but it did used to happen a lot at the beginning. And if you're a beginner YouTuber, or you're just new to videos, or you just haven't had a lot of practice yet on videos or creating content, if you don't have a lot of practice creating content, then that is something you're going to face as well. You'll be like, where do I start with? And so I want to start with the first tool. In fact, I'm going to write this down in the chat. One of my favorite tools to start with is answerthepublic.com. If you go to answerthepublic.com, you type in your search query, and then it's going to tell you whether people are asking questions around this topic, and if so, what questions are they asking, right? And that's going to really open up your mind to see what is happening around this topic, what kind of conversations are taking place, and more importantly, can I add my voice to this conversation? Is there something that I can say that makes sense, that would be a part of my strategy, that would be part of the kind of people who I want to attract, right? So that's your tool number 1, Answer the Public. So let me know if you've heard of this tool before. Let me know if you've used this particular software before, or if you've heard of it but not really delved into it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here with you and do a quick run through of how it looks. So typing that out, hang on one second, and let me do my screen share here with you guys. Give me a second to load this up. Yes. Window. Yes. Chrome. Yes. Okie dokie. And Answer the Public. Yes. Okie dokie. All right, here we go. Now there's this little old man juggling. Let me close all this. Don't worry, he looks at you funny, but I'm going to type in a topic that I want to do keyword research on, right? And then I'm going to click. So I'm in this visual representation of all the questions that people are asking on this topic. And oh my gosh, look at that, right? Look at that. Can Facebook Lives be private, and how to download them, and how to live stream on Facebook? How does that work? What is a Facebook Live map? I mean, there are so many ideas, right? So I love using this tool for coming up with ideas. And then there are all of these prepositions, right? Facebook Live, these are all like tech questions. How do I attach my camera if I have a Canon DSLR? How do I earn money? How do I forward, rewind, scroll, all of this stuff? What can you do with a Facebook Live? Can you make Facebook Lives with Zoom, with slides, with camcorder, with a GoPro? Facebook Live tools, Facebook Live today, Facebook Live for a private group, for Windows Phone, for Mac, for real estate, for webinars, for news, for dummies, Facebook Live format, for realtors, for marketing, for business tips, for events, for brands, for Android, for PC, for pages, and so on. So in this visual diagram, you can see all of the questions that are aggregated from Google Auto Suggest, and you can see what people are asking essentially. And then they've added this new thing. There's also this comparison. So versus, or, and, like. So they add in all of these terminologies to find out what kind of questions people are asking around this topic. So for example, should you do a Facebook Live versus a podcast? Or a Facebook Live versus a webinar, or a Facebook Live versus a Twitter Live, you know, and so on and so forth. And then you have this alphabetized list as well. So if you're not into the visual diagram, then you can have this list and you can download this entire thing as a CSV file, which you can open up in Excel or in Google Sheets. So I just find that that's a great way to come up with ideas for content if you are starting your so if you are starting your search for ideas, then that's a great site to use, right? So that would be something super, super helpful. Now, another thing that I really absolutely love for keyword research is a free Chrome extension called Keywords Everywhere. So I'm going to write that down as well. Keywords Everywhere. Everywhere.com. Can't spell today, right? All right, so that is the other tool that I use. And what that tool does is basically, if I go to any site, if I go to YouTube or Google or Answer the Public, it tells me to my personal strategy about how I come up with scripting versus keywords, right? So I typically start with a script first. And the reason that, and because I put all my ideas in Evernote, they're all filed there and they're all easily accessible. So what I do is I start with what I want to talk about, but then I want to make sure that there's demand for that topic, and then I do keyword research for it. So how do I script my videos? So I want to take you through my process about how I script my videos and why this is something that you could consider before even delving into keyword strategy, right? So let me show you what I mean by this. So when I CTA, so the hook is what you start with. It is the first thing that you say to your audience as soon as you start to create a YouTube video. And the reason for that is because when you do a search for videos on YouTube, you choose to see what video you're going to watch based on the thumbnail, the title, and a little snippet of the description. Those are your cues to whether you want to click on that video or not. Now, supposing you've done a great job with your thumbnail and your title is spot on, and you've written a nice description, you click on that video. What do you want to hear right away? So here's the thing. You want to hear right away that you are in the right place, that this is the video that you absolutely want to watch. You want to understand that you as a creator, you want to give your audience immediate praise and reward. You want to immediately tell them you are absolutely in the right place. How do you do that? You do that with a hook, okay? And the way that the hook works is that it's something, it could be something really simple. It just basically means to say something right away in your video that tells people that they're in the right place, that this is the video to watch. So for example, if you're making a video on keyword strategy, let's say, so immediately, as soon as you start the video, you're going to say, in this video, I'm going to show you an amazing keyword strategy that's going to help you get your... So immediately in the hook, you want people to feel, you want to have it emotional, but you also want to have it factual, and you want to have it no nonsense, and you want to get to the point immediately. Right? Now, the other thing that you want to consider in your script is your audience. So you want to make sure that you're addressing your audience directly. So if you watch any of my videos, you'll see that as soon as I start my video, I address my audiences. Hey, entrepreneurs, and welcome to this. And this is who you're watching. And I immediately introduce who I am. Hey, I'm Salma Jaffrey. I'm a video content strategist, and you are in the right place if you want to grow your personal brand with video. So it immediately talks to them directly. And when you consider who your audience is and you consider exactly who's watching and you address them, that forms that instant bond and that connection that keeps them watching, because the name of the game is retention. The name of the game is getting people to stay tuned to your video, watch all the way till the end, because that's what YouTube is going to reward you for. And so you want to make sure that you hook them and you talk to them and you are conversational and you are immediately engaging your audience by talking to them in their language and telling them who should be watching your video, right? So the other thing that you should have in all of your scripting elements is your main body, and we'll get to what that is because I have a formula for that, and your CTA. Okay, let's actually get to the formula. So how do I actually script my video? So I use a technique which is very similar to storyboarding. So this is how any book or film would be made. So it will have an introduction, then would have like problem, and then that problem would escalate until a climax is reached, and then finally the resolution. And then this process could go on if there are twists and turns. There could be another problem and a climax and a resolution, and then finally the conclusion. But we're going to keep it simple here, and we're going to keep it like just one problem that you're going to address per video, because the YouTube video, it's an educational video. It's not a movie. It's not filmmaking, but we do want to borrow the best of filmmaking into our YouTube videos, right? So this is how I script my videos, and I add in my video engagement timeline. You're going to see what that looks like because it's very similar to the storyboarding arc. So you start with an introduction, problem, climax, resolution, conclusion, and this is what the video engagement timeline looks like. It starts with an introduction, a title, framing the problem, offering solutions, and then your CTA. So that's essentially what happens inside the video engagement timeline, okay? Now, here's the thing. What you want to do is, in the intro, you want to make sure you put your hook in. So before your title sequence, before you tell people who your video, the first thing, why are you here? What are you going to get from this video? So if you watch any of my videos, for example, the last one, one of the ones I did was on batch recording. And the first thing I would say is batch recording is going to save you a ton of time and resources. And in this video, we're going to talk about 5 ways to batch record your videos and get more done in less time and be more productive as an entrepreneur. So you immediately get the value proposition. And then you start with framing the problem. So what happens in framing the problem is you are basically you are making people feel that this is something that they really need to care about. Why should they care about this? And why does it matter? And you want to tell them about this problem from all the different perspectives that it's hurting their life or their business right now. Okay, so for example, if I'm talking about how to batch record videos, I'm gonna be like, single time, and then every single time you make a video, it's a huge time investment. If you book a studio or if you have a home studio, it's still a money investment because time is money. And then there's setup time, and there's all of those things you have to do each and every single time. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just do like 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 videos all together and just spend one day in production and then have like videos done for like the next month or two, right? So you want to frame the problem by exaggerating it a little bit, by amplifying the problem, and by telling people how it affects them in all of these different ways. And you want to make sure that you bring in your audience perspective. So whoever you're talking to needs to be represented. What are their pain points? So if it's a mom who's struggling to batch record, then you'll be like, okay, make sure that you pick a time when you can get a babysitter. Or if it's an entrepreneur who you're talking to who needs to batch record, then you're going to be saying something like, okay, make sure that you factor in the time investment when you're doing your weekly or your monthly planning for your content strategy. So you basically want to frame the problem and tell people know why it's so important, why it affects them. And it's huge. This is important. This is frustrating. What is the fix? How can I move to a place of solutions and zen, right? And that is where in the video engagement timeline you offer solutions. Now notice it says offer solutions with examples. So what I mean by that is I never just give bullet points and be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here are your solutions. I always try and elaborate on the solutions with respect to where you might be as a video creator. So give you an example of how that solution can be actually implemented. So if I'm telling you one solution to batch record is to write a script, I'm going to show you how to write a script. And I have several videos, and I'm going to actually share a script writing example with you. That's coming up, so stay tuned. I'm going to share a script writing example with you and how I actually script my videos and then move on to do keyword research for them. Okay, and then finally you want to have your call to action, because you don't want to leave people hanging at the end of every video. You want to make sure that you give people something to do at the end of every video. You make sure that they're not distracted by all the other stuff that shows up on their YouTube suggested after they're done watching your videos. So I know you have end cards and you can, tell them what to do and all of that, but you want to be really, really specific. So subscribe, comment, share, like, download. So if you have freebies that you can offer at the end of every video, that would be a great thing. But you also want to keep them on the platform, so you want them to engage on the platform. So you could ask them to, hey, leave a comment below and let me know what kind of CTA you use for your videos. And if you want to download some great CTA examples, go to blah, blah, blah URL and download this from my website. So you can have the best of both worlds, a comment as well as sending them to your website and building up your email list and doing all of that great stuff. So make sure that you get your strategy right when you are scripting your videos. And one of the big reasons why I like to do it this way is because it allows me then to move into keyword research. Because once I've decided, okay, this is how I want my script to look and sound like, then I can move on to figuring out what it should state. So here's an example of a script for the script that I wrote recently for how to batch record videos. And so the hook is there, the 5-10 second title is there, then my branded intro where I introduce myself, which is pretty short and to the point. And then framing the problem, so all of the reasons why batch, and this is like, I would call this like a draft outline. So you can do this like really fast, 10 minutes tops. Spend time on just putting your thoughts together and writing something like this out. And then finally, I would do like all my solutions. So in this case, I have like 10 ideas for solutions, and with your CTA. And if you want a branded outro, which is basically a line that you would say at the end of every video. And that would be your branded outro, essentially. Okay. So essentially, the entire script then becomes the foundation for your keyword strategy. Okay, so you have your script and then you are going to get into keywords. Okay, so now I'm going to open up the video that I was talking about, and I'm going to show you how that actually looks. Give me 1 second to load this up. Let me share my screen with you here while I do that so you can see what I'm doing. And it's on mute, yes, because we don't want to actually hear me right now. Okay, so this is the video that I did on how to batch record YouTube videos. But notice that when I was scripting this video, this is the script for it. So notice when I was scripting this video, the title was simply how to batch record videos, right? But when I am when I'm doing the keyword research for it, notice that I added in a keyword right at the beginning called video production process. And the reason that I wanted to add in this keyword is because it was ranking really well and it was showing me great search volume. So as you can see over here, video production process is helping my video get ranked on number 8 position on YouTube, and batch record YouTube videos is helping me rank on the 1st position. So this is a harder keyword to rank for, but because I added it into the beginning of my title and put batch record as my almost as my secondary keyword, it's helping me rank for both keywords. And that is really, really the magic of being able to script first and then analyze what kind of keywords you want to add, what is their demand for, and what kind of keywords would work, and what kind of demand is there for like related topics and things. Okay, so let me come back to this and show you some more stuff over here. Am I sharing my screen? Yes. Okay. So you can see that I'm also ranking for some of these related keywords such as batch editing videos, batch recording, batch record videos, batch record YouTube videos, and batch process videos. And I'm getting all of these keywords thanks to using TubeBuddy. So when I go to TubeBuddy and I go to the Tag Explorer, TubeBuddy, by the way, is a free YouTube extension, guys. And I'm gonna drop a link for a discount, a 20% discount to TubeBuddy. So if you're following along, you're gonna get that discount. I'm gonna drop it in at the end of this broadcast. I'm gonna add in the link to the description, okay? So now what's happening is that when I do a search for batch record videos on TubeBuddy's tool Tag Explorer, it's going to help me understand where this keyword is going to perform. So as you can see, it tells me it's a very good keyword to try and rank for. And since I'm ranking #1 for it, I know that before I made this video, when I looked at the results and I saw that there were just a few videos around this topic. Right? So there were very few videos around this topic, and this topic was actually something that deserved a lot more attention. And the videos that were on it some of them were good quality, and some of them were like, I felt like I could add a lot more value to it. So when I made my video, here I am ranking on the first position for this particular result. And the reason for that is because I went into TubeBuddy and I did all of this research on what to add. And one of the keywords suggested was video production process. And when you go into video production process and you see how that keyword is performing, you see it's got 18.4 million results here, right? So you can see that it is a poor keyword to rank for because it's so competitive. There is so much competition, but you can see that I've still managed to rank for it on the #8 position. And the reason for that is because of the script that I was able to write. So when I wrote my script, I was able to add in stuff around video production process. So this was the initial script, but when I actually recorded this script, I said video production process and how batch recording videos is going to help you save your setup time, your video production setup time. So I used the keyword that I had just learned that, oh, I should be adding in this keyword, right? I added it in my description here as well, as you can see, right in the first line, so that it would show up in the snippet. My video production process consists of blah, 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 right? And so all of these are my keywords: batch recording videos, video production process, batch recording, collateral in a batch. All of these are possible keywords, right? And so this video is just a week old, right? This was just published, 2 weeks old. So it was published on 27th of Feb, and it's ranking pretty well right now. And so what I would do is maybe about a month later, I would go and edit some of the tags that are not performing and use TubeBuddy to put in tags that are performing well. And how am I going to find those tags that are performing well? What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach more about keyword strategy inside my Facebook Live today, which is happening inside my Facebook group. So yesterday, you can watch yesterday's video, which was all about how to write a script for your video. And I took a ton of examples from my audience, and they, like on the fly, they shouted out, or they actually texted titles for me, and then I helped them plan an entire video script. So you can go watch the replay there, as well as you can go and see today's video, which is going to come up. It's going to be 6 p.m. Pakistan time for me, but it's going to be 9 a.m. EST, 6 a.m. PST. I forgot what it was, GMT. Hang on, let me take a quick look. What was it, GMT? I think it was like 2 p.m. or something GMT, because it's like a 5-hour difference. Maybe 1 p.m. GMT. Hang on. Yeah, 1 p.m. GMT, 12 a.m. ACT. So if you're in Australia, I got you covered as well, just right before your day ends. And so we're doing all of these Facebook Lives. And the reason why we're doing all of these Facebook Lives is so you can get an idea into how I train members inside my mastermind. So let me quickly tell you about what the mastermind is all about. It's called Be the Media Mastermind, and all that's inside it is it's a membership site. It's got monthly premium trainings and group mastermind calls. Now the group mastermind calls are really hot because you get to ask me questions live, and I get to help you with those with wherever you're stuck currently. So it's very current, it's very in the moment. And the monthly premium trainings are more like mini courses. So for example, the next one I have coming out is on keyword strategy, incidentally, and the next one after that is actually how to use TubeBuddy and some other tools for keyword strategy. So it's a 2-part course, and that's coming up. So it's more in depth, and it takes you from A to Z. So everything you need to know about keyword strategy, for example, from start to beginning. So that's an example of kind of a premium. You also get access to channel resources, which are like downloads and demos and templates and cheat sheets and subscribe buttons and animations and stuff that you can use in all of your YouTube videos. So that's also inside the mastermind. Then of course there are challenges and activities. So it's like, for example, we did like a 7-day vanity challenge for my members. And the reason we did a vanity challenge was because when you get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, you can claim your vanity URL. So the challenge was all about how to get to your first 100 subscribers on YouTube. So we do fun stuff like that, which keeps people motivated and engaged and wanting to get to the next level. And then there's community support, guest trainings, and collab opportunities, which are all really, really helpful, because I think that working alone sometimes can be sort of an obstacle to being able to really get your video production and your creation to the next level. And having that perspective and support from peers as well as from mentors really, really helps to keep you on your toes, helps to keep you motivated, engaged, creating, and progressing. So that's essentially what the mastermind is for, to keep you progressing. It's $49 a month, which is currently my lowest offer for any of my products or services. Everything else is actually priced way, way above that, in the 4 figures. And if you want to save $100, you can opt for the annual plan, which is at $490 for the entire year. And the place to go to get all of this is bethemedia.salmajaffrey.com. The link is also in the description below. And when you sign up, your first 7 days are on me, absolutely free. So you can go check it out right now. It's on, it's live. It's only open for 5 days. So this mastermind closes on Friday, March 16th at 11:59 p.m. EST. So if you're interested, then you want to get in before that. So here's the link again. It's bethemedia.salmajaffrey.com, and you want to go there. And when you sign up, it's gonna log you into your 7-day trial. So who should join? The mastermind is essentially for people who are either starting their video production right now, or who want to grow their YouTube channel, or who are looking to improve their YouTube channel. Okay, and it is basically for beginners who are looking to have some kind of a support group. It's absolutely great for people who need to get motivated to produce videos. It's amazing for people who want feedback in whether what they're doing is right and if it's working. And if, you know how often you're your own worst critic and you keep second guessing your stuff and you don't know like whether you should continue doing this or whether you should change tactics. So it's great for getting that perspective. It's great for live trainings with me. So I think the person who should join should be somebody who is an action taker, somebody who's ready to start creating videos, somebody who's looking to either start or level up or grow their YouTube channel right now, starting today. So that's the kind of person who should join the mastermind. Okay, and that's all I need to know. Are you ready? So are you ready to start? And I think that that's a powerful statement to tell yourself, because you need to make a decision about, do you want to learn and grow at your own on your own schedule, but maybe you're frustrated with that schedule. Maybe you're not getting the same kind of results that you see other people getting on YouTube. There are so many ways that we feel that we don't know what we're doing is. Is it right? Is it correct? Is it valuable? Is it useful? And so what you will get in the mastermind is a lot of feedback and a lot of support and a lot of opportunities to get things done. I just want to read some of your comments. Mick Bonsai is saying, I hope I'm saying your handle right. I use Morning Fame to research the title and keywords. Morning Fame is amazing. So that's one of the tools that I also want to discuss. So Nico, who is the founder of Morning Fame, is a good friend of mine. Brian G. Johnson, who is also part of the Morning Fame creation team, is also a very good friend. In fact, I've done a collab video with Brian G. Johnson on my channel. So that's absolutely great. June Young Kim is saying excellent outline. Thank you so much. I also use TubeBuddy. Yes, so TubeBuddy in conjunction with Morning Fame is actually a pretty cool strategy to have. 1 p.m. GMT is excellent as it's lunchtime at the office here in London. Woohoo! All right, guys. So you have all the information that you need right now to script your videos. Tonight we are doing keyword strategy, and then let me tell you the schedule as well. Hang on. In fact, I'm going to share this with you. Hang on. Let me share my screen here again. Where's my screen? There we go. All right. So this is the schedule for Facebook Live. So we did script writing and storyboarding yesterday. You can catch up with that and watch the replay. Today, we're going to be doing keyword research for YouTube. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing the entire video production process. What should you do in pre-production, during, and post-production? On Thursday, we're going to be talking about how to set up a professional looking YouTube channel. And on Friday, we're going to be talking all about how to promote your YouTube videos. So all of that is in my group, Personal Branding with Video. So this is where you want to request to join. And when you do, you will have to answer 2 questions. And look at that, 17 people want to join. So I'm going to go take a look at that. And there are already 1270 members, excuse me, in there. And so that is coming up. So I'm going to see you in about 6 hours again. So I hope you enjoyed today's live. And I'm also going to be doing another YouTube live on Thursday. Haven't decided the time yet, but make sure that you are inside the Facebook group, as well as following me on YouTube to be able to get information on when I go live. So another YouTube live is coming up on Thursday. If you follow me on Instagram, there's going to be a couple of Instagram lives happening as well. And if you want to have any questions that you want to ask me about the mastermind, drop it in the comments below. I'm going to be very active in answering anything that you have to ask. If you want to ask me something about scripting, keyword research, or mastermind, or Facebook group, anything related to what we talked about today, just drop it down in the comments below. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll catch you later. Bye.